Hi, this is Tom Kane, the voice of Jedi Master Yoda. And this is Inside the Force. Listen, you will. Foreseen it I have, yes.
It is a period of Star Wars mania, as new movies, comic books, novels, and TV shows populate the system. Fueled by their love and passion for the galaxy far, far away, two exceptional geeks tap into hundreds of holocrons in order to bring you the knowledge and insight of all things Star Wars. Come and join them as they go inside the Force.
Welcome back to Inside the Force. Dave Cottingham here with Casey Cooley.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back. I know we've been on a little hiatus. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah,
trying to get some schedules together.
Mm-hmm.
Casey, a new adventure into his new job.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Good. I mean, just for those who don't know if we've mentioned it, I am been hired as a high school media teacher for the high school I graduated from several years ago. It's been quite...
Don't say several years ago. It's like 4 years ago, right?
Well, several is like 3. It's more like 5 or 6. About going on 6 years. I've graduated high school, but that's enough.
You're a class of 2008?
9.
9.
So
okay, so 5 years.
5 years. It will, I think, be my 6th coming up in May. I don't know, but
this is the 6th. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's awesome. It's just crazy teaching what I've studied pretty much my whole life. But it's pretty surreal, and it's just been super busy every night. As if anybody's a teacher out there knows, you're working just about 24/7.
That is correct. Yeah. So, of course, my schedule's hectic as it is with a newborn around. But we are going to squeeze in a podcast so you can get up to date with the galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, things are getting pretty
and
busy.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Very busy. Some exciting things coming up. So let's get into it and let you know what we think about it all. So up, of course, is episode 7 news. What we got on that end?
Well, let's go with maybe some earlier things that have been released. The whole UNICEF contest, the Force for Change, or not contest, but more like a fundraiser, I guess, is over. And the winner of who was pulled from a hat, because there was a little bit of a contest. If you donated, you were entered in this little contest, and if you were drawn, you would be able to have a cameo appearance on the set of episode 7. Well, that is over, and the winner has been drawn. It is a man by DC Barnes. He won the contest, and kind of how they announced it, J.J. Abrams did one of his famous handwritten letters on set and took a picture of it and tweeted it. And it's interesting because, well, first of all, congratulations to DC Barnes. You have many jealous fans. But also, the picture of the note is being held by a robotic hand. And that, of course, sends the internet up in storms because what in the world? Whose hand is that?
Yes.
Is it Luke's hand? That rumor about a floating hand in space. Is that Luke's hand, or is it maybe another villain's hand that has a robotic limb kind of carrying that theme? So it's just raising a bunch of questions, as J.J. Abrams always does, with no answers. But no, that's just kind of most recent things. Whose hand do you think it is?
He teased. He responded when the Falcon was leaked or whatever, and you saw it in the background, and everybody's teasing and rumors about Luke's hand, so that's got to make me think that it's that has something to do with Luke Skywalker's hand. I mean,
if he's been in exile, or rumor has it maybe even imprisoned for quite some time.
Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about this, because we would have talked about it probably for a while now, but it has sunk in, and the rumor has been going around still.
Right.
I've been talking to Chad a lot about this since me and you obviously been disconnected a little bit. What this whole thing about him going missing after Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I buy it because one. Okay, so he's gone. He's been missing then for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
That means there's no Jedis around because who would have started the temple?
Right.
The training again.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, so what? No one's gonna notice you're gone and go looking for you, or they're just all thinking you're dead after 30 years. I don't know. I don't know if I want to buy it, and I hope because I don't want it to ruin my expectation of it, but that is I don't like that just based on hearing what that is right now.
And I agree with you. I'm always kind of like, well, I mean, it's easy to write a certain part of the story that explains why he was gone, but they would really need to explain it well to make it believable, like you said, that he would be gone for so long. And because like the rumor is that like the Daisy Ridley character and John Boyega character like maybe find the hand or find the lightsaber.
Right.
They try to figure out who it belongs to. So they go to Han Solo, and he's like, I don't know. You could probably try to find Luke. He's been missing for the last 30 years. And so that kind of sends them on their quest to find Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, and then the other rumor is Han and Chewie, which I'm fine with this, but they don't have the Millennium Falcon anymore.
Yeah.
That's Oscar Isaac's character apparently has the Falcon.
Yeah.
But then, I'm okay with the fact that the rumor is that, which is really neat, the rumor it's out there is that the Inquisitors are going to play a big role in this, and they're the ones that have Luke because they're loyal to the Sith, which makes perfect sense, which also then apparently lends truth to the rumor that ties into Rebels,
Right.
because it looks like the Inquisitors are a big part of the Rebels TV show. So I like that aspect. I like the fact
That's
that
cool.
that's how they can tie it in, But, man, you're telling me that a group of Inquisitors are going to be able to captive a Jedi, master for 30 years? And why wouldn't they just kill him?
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of questions, as, I guess helps. Makes us want to watch it to figure out exactly why. And speaking of Han and Chewie, they're not piloting the Millennium Falcon. The rumor is that they're piloting a Star Destroyer.
What?
That's one little rumor I heard, that they are actually on a Star Destroyer now, because there are some leaked images of Han Solo's kind of a concept art of what he might be wearing in Episode 7. One of the images is, and it's an older Han Solo if you look at it. Basically, it's Han Solo wearing almost his traditional kind of look, but he has, instead of that kind of vest, he has just a long brown trench coat kind of thing. Almost like a gunslinger kind of cowboy, which fits his description. Looks awesome. He's still carrying the same blaster. The second image is basically Han Solo wearing, if you can kind of imagine his Hoth outfit, that kind of puffy jacket look. It's basically, it kind of looks like that jacket, but it's a Imperial design. It's like a dark, I don't know if it's a blue or just a black colored jacket with like his little Imperial ranking on his breast pocket there. So that would kind of lend itself to thinking, well, if the Empire's around, which it seems like it is very much around, then maybe Han Solo is piloting a Star Destroyer. So that would mean that kind of fits with that. But that's a pretty cool, interesting rumor. It might be kind of cool to see Han Solo on the bridge of a Star Destroyer. Might be interesting to see that.
Right, it would.
But going with that, with the whole Imperial news, there's been a lot of talks of stormtroopers being on set. So now the latest thing to come up with that is there's been leaked images, rumor is that this is real, but they are leaked, of what the stormtrooper helmets will look like in Episode 7. And it is very different. It's the same white, kind of similar structure, but like the face is different. It's more like a long black visor kind of lens across the face. A little more minimal design, kind of like what Ralph McQuarrie had, honestly. There's been a few images that kind of corroborate that rumor. But I mean, it's interesting. Just interesting how the Empire might still be like a very strong presence. Maybe not the same evil presence, but still a presence in the universe.
Yeah, because this brings up the question that I had right away was, how is there new Stormtrooper designs? Because aren't they gone?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
did they defeat them? Or like I said, or, maybe the Republic adopted them as kind of the new police, almost.
Yeah.
I guess that's possible.
Mm-hmm.
The Stormtroopers are actually good now.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, that's kind of how it was in the
Part
EU.
of the
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really?
We had a little bit of Empire, but they weren't necessarily. They were still kind of their own separate thing. They were still kind of like the Imperial like sect, whatever you want to call it. But they're almost good guys. They still had Star Destroyers and TIE fighters, but they were just kind of retrofitted and brought in to the New Republic. They weren't like the main force. They were just kind of like little guys on the side.
Yeah. Well, that would make sense. Then you have, and then you could design a different helmet and whatnot.
Yeah.
Or else those were like the helmets that were getting ready to come out.
Yeah.
Just
about to release the new helmets, and then
just about to release the
lost.
in the 20th anniversry, of the Empire.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they get defeated.
Spent so much money on this. Come on.
Yeah. Actually, it wouldn't have been the 20th anniversary. It would have been like the 25th anniversary. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So because the big rumor is, John Boyega being a former trooper, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
and honestly, maybe I kind of had problems with that, but thinking about it, maybe he was just like a cadet, kind of like this character in Rebels, who's
yeah,
very similar
because that's
to
the thing is that you got to assume didn't the call sheet call for a kid in his early 20s, right?
Yeah.
So if he's that, then he wasn't even alive when the second Death Star was destroyed.
Yeah.
So how could he be a stormtrooper unless the stormtroopers are still around?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, we got all these details that we're piecing together.
Yeah.
And who knows, honestly, if any of them are even correct.
Yeah.
I mean, Boyega may not even be a stormtrooper. We don't know that.
Yeah.
Just a rumor.
And I'm sure we will get more.
So what else? What else we got?
Episode 7 wise, I mean, nothing. I mean, there's some rumors here and there. I don't think there's anything to really get into. Mm-hmm. But moving on to more of still in the movie realm, it's Disney there's a rumor that Disney may re-release the uncut version, the uncut version of the original trilogy on Blu-ray, because we've had it on DVD before. But now we're going to get it on Blu-ray.
Yes.
And I know a lot of my friends who are Star Wars fans, but more of the Star Wars purist fans, they are very excited about this. And I mean, I think it's a cool idea. I was surprised kind of that they did it.
Boo.
I'm interested though, because I mean, I don't know if I don't think I'll buy it. I mean, I have the original on VHS. I'll just watch that. But still, even it's the original cut, but it's on Blu-ray, so it is going to be kind of remastered a little bit to look HD. So in a sense, it's not pure original Star Wars.
No.
Like if you're a true purist, you'd want the old rough look.
And I'm telling you right now, I think it will. I might get a lot of slack for this, but I think it's going to make it look worse.
Okay.
Because in HD, you're going to see the flaws of the old special effects way more than you would on DVD on your, on a TV.
Right.
You put it up on a LED or a plasma at 1080, and I mean, and it's no special effects, just basically up-resed and cleaned up a little bit as far as just making it fit on the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
It's just I don't think it's gonna look that good, to be honest.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean,
but I do still think they need to. I mean, I don't know. I still think they messed up the coloring of the Blu-rays, of the special editions. Of the latest versions.
Right.
I don't know if they're gonna. I hope they fix it. I hope they fix the dang lightsabers. That look pink and not red, and
Right.
then you got green going on where it should be white.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's because I popped in episode 4 just a week ago or two,
Mm-hmm.
and HD on the TV, and it's just you can tell it's just off. There's something about it that's just the colors are off. I hope that Disney fixes that. I know George would have went back and been fixing it.
Probably,
So who knows if they're going to be tweaking it as much as, because there's still some minor things I wish they would do differently.
Right.
And I am one of those ones that if they keep changing it, I'll buy a new version of it every time.
Me too. Yeah.
But I don't want to go back to an uncut, theatrical version. I'm with George kind of. That Star Wars is gone for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's obsolete.
Yeah.
That's how. Yeah, I've always.
But didn't they debunk that rumor a little bit though? Didn't they say that they're not working on it?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't read that. But I know that in the past it's been like that where they're going to re-release it and like, oh no, we're not, kind of thing. I haven't heard recently though.
Yeah, because probably. I know George was saying for years that that was it. What you got on DVD was the last time you were going to see it. So I know they weren't working on it ever. Maybe they probably just started working on it if they were going to do it when Disney acquired Lucasfilm.
Right.
So, yeah, I for one, and I guess I'm speaking for you too, I'm probably not going to be interested in buying. I mean, I guess maybe for the collection, but I'll never watch it.
Well, yeah, I want to see it somehow, but I don't want to buy it. Maybe if I don't know if there's a way to rent it somehow, I'll do that.
Yeah.
But
okay, so episode 7 news. Is that it on that front?
Pretty good. That's it. Done. Nailed it.
So moving on to the upcoming Star Wars Rebels TV show that is quickly approaching its debut. They have been in full because I don't know if everybody sees it, but me having a 4.5-year-old that loves watching Disney, they are in full-fledged marketing.
Yeah.
For Star Wars Rebels. Almost every commercial break, there's a Star Wars Rebel television commercial. And to even up the marketing more so, they have released, or they announced 2 weeks ago, and we haven't had a chance to talk about it, but they announced that they are releasing 4 shorts once every Monday leading up to the premiere. 2 shorts have been released so far. The first being The Machine and the Ghost.
Yeah.
So the Ghost being is the ship that they have. The name of the ship, like the Millennium Falcon, is the Ghost. So the Machine, I'm assuming, is referencing Chopper, the droid, because the short is kind of centric around that. Have you watched it?
Yeah,
what do you think
I saw that. I like that. It was really cool. I mean, felt like episode 4, that kind of when they're trying to escape the Empire. I mean, just and the comedy, the chemistry between the characters. I think it feels very, feels like I always say, it feels like Star Wars. I mean, it's just the best way to put it.
Mm-hmm. Now, have we been on since the big preview came out, the 7-minute extended thing?
Yeah, we talked about that.
We talked about that last one time. Okay, right.
Yeah.
So these are the news things, the shorts.
Yeah.
I liked it. I'm telling you, man, I think the animation just keeps getting better. I know it's very similar to Clone Wars, but it's very detailed and I think and this is, I think it's pretty obvious now, but earlier in the year when we were getting little glimpses of Star Wars Rebels and little, I think those were still completely unrendered material because I think it looks even more detailed now.
Yeah.
There's more shadows, there's more depth. I think. I just think everything looks phenomenal. And then, of course, this last short that came out this past Monday, which was the art. It was called Art Attack.
Yeah.
With Sabine.
Okay.
Sabine. Was it
Sabine.
Sabine. Man, that looked even better. I thought.
Yeah.
Being at nighttime with all the shadows. I'm just getting stoked over the show.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very, very excited to see this thing.
I mean, we just got the release date, right?
Absolutely, the release date. Now, here's the thing. They are releasing a 1 hour show, a 1 hour special, basically, called Spark of Rebellion. And that is coming to you on October 3rd, Friday, October 3rd, debuting on the Disney Channel. So I guess you have to check your local listings for that as far as station goes. But on the Disney Channel, Friday, October 3rd, you are going to get a 1 hour Star Wars Rebel movie event called Spark of Rebellion. That same show will then debut Monday, October 6th on Disney XD.
Yeah.
So the same show on Disney XD, October 6th. A week from then, Monday the 13th, is when we will start getting episodes of Star Wars Rebels.
So it looks like Friday will be at 9, that premiere.
Okay.
But the reoccurring, it seems like it'd be every Monday night on October 13th at 9 o'clock.
That's right.
So
9 o'clock on Disney XD.
Yeah. So you got to clear your schedules every Monday for 9 o'clock.
Every Monday night.
DVR.
Well, it's perfect because I got Gotham coming on at 8.
Yeah.
Star Wars Rebels at 9.
Very good.
So, and they're half-hour shows, right?
Yeah. So
okay.
Not too
so
long.
it's just like Clone Wars.
Right.
So clear those calendars, man. I mean, so that means we technically will get. So the shorts will technically won't lead up to the premiere because this Monday we'll get one, right, and then the following Monday will be a week after Labor Day. No, there will be Labor Day, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Labor Day weekend, it looks like Labor Day. Oh, so what it leads up to is the release of the book.
Okay.
It seems like.
Okay.
Because that'll be September 2nd. So the shorts, I'm assuming if they do it every Monday, right? Because this Monday will be the last Monday of August, and then you got September 1st being a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Which we'll get the last short. So we will have September really to read up on the novel and get ready for the premiere.
Great.
So so that's really the biggest news as far as that goes. Not a release yet on. Haven't heard anything yet about how many episodes they're actually going to be releasing.
Yeah.
Clone Wars was pretty consistent. They did 20 episodes pretty much every season. 22 episodes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Except obviously the last season, but or the Netflix release.
No, 13
of the
season.
latest.
The Lost Missions.
Yeah, the Lost Missions. Yeah. So huge Star Wars Rebel news. Leading into that will be the release, of course, the book A New Dawn, which will be released September 2nd in your local. You can pre-order it, of course, everywhere, Amazon, on your Kindle and whatnot. And then, so that's exciting. What do you got? Anything you want to say about Rebels?
No, I mean I get equally stoked about it. I'm excited to. I mean, hopefully I'll be able to squeeze in some time there to watch it. If not the night of, then definitely on. Hopefully, I would say they would stream it on their website at DisneyXD.com. Maybe I think you can subscribe to like the channel and actually get it like some app on your phone.
Yes. Some cable providers like Comcast or Xfinity or something like that. Now, if you subscribe, if you have them and you pay for the premium cable, then you get what ABC, ABC, who is not ABC, I'm sorry, but Disney, who owns ABC and ESPN and Disney. Obviously, they you can then use the apps. It's called Watch, Watch ESPN or Watch Disney or Watch ABC, and you can basically stream any show that they have on television. So, unfortunately, like I have DirecTV, and they don't have a deal with them at all yet. Mm-hmm. So I can't stream any of that stuff. I have to DVR it or catch it. They release it. They'll release it on their StarWars.com. Will have it on their website.
Right, that's right.
Either the day after.
Yeah,
or,
that's probably how I'll have to watch it.
Yeah. So, so you don't get Disney XD?
Well, we don't have cable currently.
Yeah.
Until I don't know.
Well, see, what you need to do is just take a little trip over here on Monday nights.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah,
because you know who's totally looking forward to it is Sam.
Yeah.
She, my daughter who's 4.5, who hasn't, she's been into the Lego Star Wars. She watches that on television. It's hard yet. I don't think she's old enough yet to really get into the movies, because that's actually why I played A New Hope a couple weeks ago on television, to see if she was going to watch it.
Yeah.
She tuned in a little bit and said, "Hey, there's a stormtrooper," or "Hey, there's Darth Vader," but didn't really get captivated by it. Maybe that was the wrong movie. Maybe she's a prequels generation. But I've watched these short films on television while she's standing there, and she is just tuned in, man. And she is like, I cannot wait for that show. I'm thinking I might need to just pop in Clone Wars, because I think she'll watch Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Being kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So, so we're really excited about watching Star Wars Rebels. Really, really pumped. And then I wanted to bring up, kind of shifting a little bit to the book side, I wanted to bring up a thing that we never really got a chance to talk about, is Star Wars Insider.
Right, yes. Yep.
Because I have, I remember a long time ago, I subscribed to Star Wars Insider when I was like in college, I think. And I was getting the books and, reading it or whatever. And then obviously I just stopped my subscription or whatever. Well, I have resubscribed to Star Wars Insider digitally now. So I get them all on my iPad. Mm-hmm. And mainly because of the fictions. Mm-hmm. There's fiction stories in these books. Now, we vaguely kind of mentioned it before, whenever they were like, hey, there's going to be stories in Star Wars Insider that are canon.
Right.
And I want to kind of read the article in here. If no one's reading, I just had it. Hold on. If no one had read the article, it's a different one. Dang it.
The one saying
no one
that
read the article. Canon. Yeah, it's kind of here. Let me bring it up, because it's really neat. The first story that's considered canon in here. Mm-hmm. Here it is. Okay, so there's an article that said it was titled "A New Dawn." It starts, Star Wars stories open up the wealth of new possibilities. And it talks about the same article we talked about before, how everything's kind of going to Legends.
Right.
That's in the EU. All these books are going to come out, but it has a little stamp here. It says Fiction in Insider, starting with the 2-part Blade Squadron story published in number 149 and 150. Fiction in Star Wars Insider is a part of the new canon. So that's why I really wanted to get this, because I wanted to keep up on the canon.
Right.
And it does talk about the expanded universe, that it's different, and it's not you can't discredit them. There's just different stories,
Yeah.
They're legends or whatever. So but I wanted to mention it here because I wanted to get your take on this. I guess it's talking about children's books, but it says right here, the original trilogy retold. It says Disney Publishing Worldwide has announced 4 new books based on the original Star Wars trilogy. The classic trilogy will come to life like never before through adaptations by best-selling children's authors Tom Engelberger, Tony DiTerlizzi, Adam Gitwitz, and R.J. Policio. Each of these celebrated authors will bring their contemporary, unique voice to the galaxy far, far away, bringing the multi-arc storyline bridging the multi-arc storyline in anticipation of the release of Star Wars Episode 7. The run starts in October 2014 with the Adventures of Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight, a picture book written by New York Times bestselling author Tony DiSterelli and illustrated with classic concept art by Ralph McQuarrie, created for the original Star Wars films. And then additional titles to follow include Star Wars A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi.
Right.
So, I mean, these are children's books, though, but, picture books are mostly pictures, right, with like a little bit of text here and there.
Yes, yeah.
I'm assuming these are canon. I don't, it doesn't say that's not.
I would think so. And this is the Disney publishing.
This is Disney Publishing Worldwide.
Because I a while back, I've seen some of those previews. So like a while back, I tweeted to, can't remember if it was like one of the presidents of that subdivision or that, that little company there within Disney, asking them if their Disney ebooks related to Star Wars are canon, including these new novelizations. I haven't heard a response back, but yeah, I would say that they are. I would say that it's pretty much probably the most canon novelization we have of the originals.
Yes. And I got excited at first because like, oh man, A New Hope coming out.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a picture book, not the novel. Because I do want a new, original trilogy novels that I can really dive into and know that they're canon.
Right.
But okay, so going back to the stories, the Blade Squadron, which is the first story, Blade Squadron. Man, I'm telling you what, it's good.
Really? Yeah.
It's really good. And if anybody doesn't know or read it, I won't give it away. But what it's basically about, it's about these group of fighters, fighter pilots, in these, what are they? I think they're B-wings, right? Yeah, they're B-wings. Mm-hmm. I think, right? Yeah, it's the ones with the blue. Let's see. B-wings. So they're in a group of B-wings, and great characters. There's like there's like a lieutenant. The main character they're talking about is a girl named Gina Moonsong, and basically what the story is about this. It's the other group of squadron, B-wing squadron, that is supposed to kind of outflank the Empire at the Battle of Endor. So this takes place during the Battle of Endor, like the sky. It's the fighter battle in the sky. Right. So it's really neat because it talks about it dives into these pilots, and then also switches sides and goes to an Imperial commander of one of the Star Destroyers. Okay, and in fact, it's the Devastator. He's on Devastator. Very so cool. So it's bouncing back and forth, and the whole time, obviously, the squadron. They show up and they see all these Star Destroyers. They realize, oh my God, it's a trap. Should we take off or it's a trap? Yeah. But no, they're gonna give it. They're gonna give it their all and fight. And then, of course, the Empire side with this. I can't remember what. It's been a while since I read this, but with the Admiral that's on there, he, of course, he's thinking we're gonna crush the rebellion now, and he's all confident. So it's really good. I really recommend it if you can't get it. I guess somehow I don't know how you can read it if you don't subscribe, but unless you find a bootleg copy, obviously. But right. But no, I'm really glad I subscribed to this because I really want to read as much as I can as far as all the canon stuff. So the first one, Blade Squadron, in Star Wars Insider.
Awesome.
So to keep checking that out, I think I'll get more. It's been a while since I read it, that's why I wish I would give a more detailed review. But the review definitely is that you should read it. It's I didn't think when I first started reading that it was going to tie into to any films. I thought it was going to be a completely separate, separate story. But it ended up, tying right into episode 6. So pretty cool. Let's see. What else do we got to talk about? Anything else you got?
No comics?
Oh, yeah, comics. Very good. Thank you. Comics. Big last week. Last Wednesday was the release of issue 20
right.
of Star Wars, which wraps up that storyline for Brian Wood. And I gotta say, it ties it up nicely.
Yeah.
For anybody who's been reading it, it does tie it up really, really nice. Leia is continuing. It started last issue. Leia is looking for a childhood friend that is helping kind of an undercover for the Alliance, and she put out like a distress call, and Leia kind of broke off from the rebellion to take everybody with her, Luke, Han, Chewie, to go find her. They're being tracked by IG-88, so there's a lot of evading that they have to do. So, and again, like I said, it concludes very nicely. It closes up. You do get a sense that this is over, which it is now. No more Star Wars for Dark Horse after this month. What just came out today, which I haven't picked up yet, which I'll talk about next week, is the 4th and final issue of Star Wars Darth Maul, Son of Dathomir, which is the final Clone Wars arc issue that is canon. So I will be picking that up. It's sitting at the comic shop right now. I'll go get that and read up on that and get that to you guys next week, because it's a great thing. So just like that, I highly suggest, even though this Star Wars story in Dark Horse is not canon, I got to say, if you're going to read anything from Dark Horse, I would definitely pick this up, because it is about the familiar characters that you know and love. I never got into like the Old Republic comics or the New Dawn, which they started here. Not a new...
the Dawn of the Jedi.
Dawn of the Jedi, yeah. And then Star Wars Legacy had, a big run, with characters you really don't know. They're all new characters. I'm particularly not interested in that, since it's not canon anymore, but since these are familiar characters like Luke and Han, Leia, and Mon Mothma's around, Vader, Emperor. Right. It's a good... You could almost say it could be, could be canon. You know, even though it may be contradicted, I guess, at some point. But it's a good little story. There's the trade's out for it already, and I'm sure they'll release the last trade here soon for that, and then definitely recommend the Darth Maul one. Definitely got to read that, especially if it's canon. So after this month, it's going to be weird, because we won't get any Star Wars comics for the rest of the year. Right. So September, October, November, December, no Star Wars comics. The first Star Wars #1 will hit January 1st or sometime in January.
Very excited.
Very excited. Get a chance to save some money up before I spend it all on Star Wars comics.
Spend $15 on a book, though, probably next month.
What's that? Oh, yeah, exactly.
Then save up for some
comics. Novels, man. Novels are much more expensive.
Yes, yeah.
But they take me longer to read, so I get my money worth it.
I'm going to take my time.
Yeah, I take my time.
Yeah.
I can't wait to read. It's been so long. I know it hasn't been for you, bro. It's been so long since I've read a novel.
Yeah.
I started reading Rainey's novel. So
the second one?
I'm kind of getting...
Or the first one?
First one. I haven't read the first one yet.
Yeah, I haven't finished the first one.
He's about to get the third one out.
Yeah.
So...
anyways.
That's the comics and the books and stuff like that. I think that's everything from that. No word on gaming yet. I'm sure they're working on them. They're still working on Battlefront and all that stuff. So
I think there's just some talk about how they they want to do so much more, and it just kind of it'll take some time for that.
Yeah. All right, so that is getting you up to speed on all the Star Wars news and rumors around. We will obviously keep doing this. We'll get back on track, get you Star Wars news weekly here. So we'll be back next week. A little shift. I just wanted to kind of bring this up. A little shift in the network. We're not really holding, because our schedules are so crazy. We're not really holding to, hey, every Tuesday you're getting Inside the Force.
Right.
Every Thursday. So we're just saying every week.
Yeah.
I don't know what day exactly. We'll try to get it in the middle of the week for this show, kind of end of the week for the 21 podcast and Inside and In the Comics. And look for In the Comics. We're going to be splitting that show here once TV season starts, because we're going to be talking about all the big comic book shows coming out. And then, of course, we're kind of working out and possibly having a Gotham-centric show.
Yeah, that's cool.
If you want to go check that out. So 21network.com. Go there if you want to listen and subscribe to all of our shows. Again, we've got shows every week, and we've got shows every other week. So just get on one of them, and you'll subscribe, and you'll always get the latest episodes. And check. And we appreciate everybody hanging with us these last couple weeks with all our schedules.
Yep.
So anyway, Trivia.
Let's do it.
Trivia. Okay, so I'm looking at number 2462 is the next random one I got.
Let me flip to it. 2462. All right, got it.
And it looks like it comes from the Return of the Jedi era.
That's a good question.
What's that?
This one. Once you read it.
It is. I haven't gotten to it yet. 2462. Here we go. 2462. What did Bib Fortuna tell Jabba the Hutt about Luke Skywalker after R2-D2's message? Ooh. A. Beware the Jedi. B. He's a boy. C. He's no match for you. Or D. He's no Jedi.
Good question.
What did Bib Fortuna tell Jabba the Hutt about Luke Skywalker after R2-D2's message?
I am going to say D. He's no Jedi.
And I will also, because I believe that is the correct answer. And here we go, D.
It's like, yeah, there you go.
Ding,
it's
ding,
like one of the
ding,
only
ding,
things
ding,
he
ding.
says in English. Kind of.
Correct.
You hear that
That
he's
is
no Jedi.
is right. Yeah.
Good.
I
That's a
think,
good question, though. Pretty good.
That was a good
We've been
question.
doing pretty well on these. I mean, you're still ahead, but we've both been getting them right recently.
Yep. I'm the current standings are 44 and 25 for me, 38 and 31 for you.
Yep.
So you are distancing. We are distancing our wins and losses.
Yep.
Kind of creating that gap these lately. So yeah. So we're getting into it. But again, that's we've done 69 questions. So we're equal. And this book has 2,500. So we have plenty of questions.
We got a while. We
got a while.
Forever amount of
We
questions.
got a while. Yeah. So, all right. That is our show. Back at it again, like we said. Obviously, we'll have plenty to talk about next week when we talk about the new short film from Rebels that comes out on Monday. I'll get you reviewed up on Star Wars Darth Maul, Son of Dathomir number 4 that's coming out. The final issue on that, and whatever Star Wars news comes out from now until then, we will keep you up to date. You can also check out the biggest news that we'll post on our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Inside the Force, as well as Twitter. Follow us there at Inside the Force. Do us a favor. We really want to get on StarWars.com community.
Yes.
And I think the way to do that is, spread out in the community and get fan feedback. So if you can send us a rating, get us some feedback either on iTunes especially, or if you're listening to us on Stitcher, leave a comment. If you're listening to us on TuneIn, which I know you are because I can see the numbers.
Yeah.
Just, leave us a rating, leave us a comment. If we know you're there, we see the following list in the playlist, so please hook us up with some comments. We really want to get on that fan community. I'm gonna try to reach out to some of them actually and see if we can get some help, because that would be such an incredible honor to be a part of that. I feel like we have as much love as anybody for this saga and this franchise. Just I don't know what to say about it. We love it.
It's
and
good.
Can't wait until I just can't imagine 2-3 years from now. I mean, we're just gonna be engulfed in everything Star Wars. There's gonna be so much material out. The movie will be out. There'll be a movie coming out. There's 2 or 3 seasons of Rebels out.
Yeah.
Got all these comics out, all these novels out. I mean,
it's a lot. That's a lot.
he's swimming in Star Wars. This is going to be awesome. All right. He's Casey Cooley at Kryptonian1138. I am D Cottingham21. That's on Twitter. And for Casey Cooley.
I waited a long time for this, my little green friend. My voice is recovering from being very hoarse, so I decided to go with the Emperor quote.
Little Emperor? So yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Not try too hard, but there you go.
That's good. Good job, man.
Thanks.
All right. You can go to InsideTheForce.com and listen to all of our past shows where you can see, but you can listen to all of Casey's quotes.
Yeah.
At the end
I got to
of the
write them
shows.
down because I'm always afraid I'm going to say the same
You know
one.
what we need to do is do like a little volume.
Yeah.
Like
just all of them together.
Volume 1, and here's all of Casey's quotes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. All right, man. Appreciate it, Casey.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Have a great week.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Have a great, great week. We'll be back next week. Check us out, Inside the Force, and may the Force be with you.
This has been a production of the 21 Network. For more great podcasts, visit 21network.com. To view additional content, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/21network. Follow us on Twitter at 21network for the latest news and updates. The 21 Network, for the fan and all of us.